Women in Islam are given the rights and honor in society, which was not the case in the pre-Islamic times. Important aspect is to know what those are and how to carry ourselves in order to live our lives as dignified Muslim women. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions in the Holy Quran in Surah An-Nur, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, وَقُلْ لِلْمُؤْمِنَاتِ يَغْضُضْنَ مِنْ أَبْصَارِهِنَّ وَيَحْفَظْنَ فُرُوجَهُنَّ وَلَا يُبْدِينَ زِينَتَهُنَّ إِلَّا مَا ظَهَرَ وَلْيَضْرِبْنَ بِخُمُرِهِنَّ عَلَى جُيُوبِهِنَّ. And command the Muslim women to keep their gaze low and to protect their chastity and not to reveal their adornment except what is apparent, and to keep the cover wrapped over their bosoms. In another verse in Surah Al-Ahzab, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions, يَا أَيُّهَا النَّبِيُّ قُلْ لِأَزْوَاجِكَ وَبَنَاتِكَ وَنِسَاءِ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ يُدْنِينَ عَلَيْهِنَّ مِنْ جَلَابِبِهِنَّ ذَلِكَ أَدْنَى أَنْ يُعْرَفْنَ وَلَا يُؤْذَيْنَ كَانَ اللَّهُ غَفُورًا رَحِيمًا. O Prophet, tell your wives and your daughters and the women of the believers to bring down over themselves part of their outer garments that is more suitable, that they will be known and not be abused. And Allah is oft forgiving, most merciful. So these verses in the Quran teach us how to carry ourselves with modesty, which is a form of our protection. When a Muslim woman leaves the house in modest clothing, it gives a sense of not only protection but also dignity. Let us build an environment where modesty is honored, where Islamic values are lived and not just preached. Sadly, in our own community, people are looked down upon if they adhere closely to the Islamic teachings. Living with Islamic values should be encouraged, as it is the strength of a mu'min and not a weakness. ادخلوا في السلم كافة. Enter into Islam completely. Muslims should possess inner and outer modesty, which is Hayaa, and it should be reflected in their behavior, speech, and appearance, and includes being mindful of Allah at all times. A beautiful verse from the Holy Quran states, يا بني آدم قد أنزلنا عليكم لباسا يواري سوآتكم وريشا وَلِبَاسُ التَّقْوَى ذَلِكَ خَيْرٌ ذَلِكَ مِنْ آيَاتِ اللَّهِ لَعَلَّكُمْ يَذَّكَّرُونَ. O children of Adam, we have provided you with garments to cover your bodies as well as for luxury, but the best garment is the garment of righteousness. These are some of Allah's signs that they may take heed. Surah Al-A'raf, ayah 26. So there are several ahadith as well that explain the significance of modesty. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam said, إِذَا لَمْ تَسْتَحِي فَاصْنَعْ مَا شِئْتَ. If you do not feel ashamed, then do whatever you like. This hadith suggests that modesty is so important that the absence of it could lead a person to sinful behavior and disbelief. Another hadith links modesty to faith. And Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam said, Al-Imanu bid'un wa sab'una shu'batun wal haya'u shu'batun min al-Iman. Faith consists of more than 70 branches, and Hayaa, modesty, is a part of faith. An important aspect that we need to have a clear understanding of is about the difference between mahram and non-mahram. Mahram is derived from the word haram, prohibited. Therefore, a mahram is someone with whom marriage is prohibited due to their close blood relationship, rada'a, which is breastfeeding, or marital bonds. A woman does not have to wear a hijab around a mahram. A non-mahram is with whom marriage is permissible. Therefore, certain boundaries are required in interaction to maintain modesty and respect. And hijab is to worn around non-mahram. In our gathering, we have to be mindful of our behaviors and interactions. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us and keep us steadfast on our deen. Ameen. Ya Rabbi.